Today, the Trump team, though, is expressing frustration with the cabinet confirmation process. Senior national correspondent John Roberts is outside Trump transition headquarters, just a few steps from the White House. Good evening, John.
And Brett, good evening to you. You know, anybody who's been through this process will tell you that the most important thing about a presidential transition is to make sure that the incoming administration is equipped to handle any type of crisis that might evolve over the early days of the administration. But today, Trump's team suggested Democrats may be putting that at risk.
Trump transition officials expressed deep concern this morning that Democrats are slow-walking the confirmation process, potentially jeopardizing Donald Trump's intent to have his national security team in place on Friday. In an off-camera briefing, Press Secretary Sean Spicer charged that Democrats aren't living up to the tradition of the peaceful transition of power.
You send a very, very bad signal to the rest of the world when you show that you want to slow down this kind of transfer of power.
Spicer said that despite the Democrats' actions, Trump's administration will be more than ready to take over after the inauguration, insisting this transition will be, quote, the gold standard going forward.
I don't plan to attend the inauguration.
It won't be the gold standard in terms of unity. Now at least 66, more than a third of the Democratic House members saying they will boycott Friday's inauguration. Leading the rush to the exits was Georgia Congressman John Lewis. In an interview on Fox and Friends that aired today, Trump said he would happily meet with Lewis, though he acknowledged it might be a bit tense.
We're off to a bad start. There's no question about it. What he did was a very, very bad thing. Not for me. For me, it doesn't matter. He did a bad thing for the country. Very, very divisive.
In his inaugural address, which Trump has been writing himself since his Christmas break at Mar-a-Lago, the president-elect will attempt to bring the nation together with a speech described as more about deeds than words. Trump will shelve soaring rhetoric in favor of a workmanlike address focused on action and success. And Trump made it clear this morning that after he is sworn in as the 45th president, he intends to keep up his prolific pace on Twitter.
I don't like tweeting. I have other things I could be doing. But I get very dishonest media, very dishonest press. And it's my only way that I can counteract.
True to his word, the president-elect began his day lashing out at one news organization that reported plans by Ford, GM, Lockheed, and others to keep jobs in America had nothing to do with Trump. Trump tweeting that it was, quote, more fake news. Asked top CEOs of those companies for real facts. Came back because of me. Trump is also walking back a bit statements he made earlier this week on taxes and health care that rattled conservatives still nervous about what a Trump administration will bring. In an interview with the website Axios, Trump ditched his call for health insurance for everybody, which many conservatives took as code for a single-payer system in favor of Medicaid block grants to help the poorest Americans get insurance. And he reversed his opposition to border adjustments, a key element of the House Republican tax plan, which Trump earlier dismissed as too complicated. Trump today said it's still on the table.
And for the moment, at least, Donald Trump's incoming press secretary will meet the White House press corps in a smaller venue than he would have liked. Both Donald Trump and Sean Spicer today confirmed that the first series of press briefings, beginning on Monday the 23rd, will be held in the very familiar Brady briefing room and not move to a larger venue outside the West Wing. Brett?
John Roberts, outside transition headquarters. John, thank you.